Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Now, Arlinda is going to take care of you, and her father is going to help with your term.
We got it.
Yeah, well, thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
I imagine he'll be here in a second. So, Luke, you know, Sarah?
Yes, thanks.
Thank
Excuse me, yeah.
Okay. This is the Premier. This is Roger.
Yes, the chef Carly's a curator in here. Yeah, that's right. Yes. She's also
Fantastic.
What's her name?
Janelle Singapore.
Good to see you again. Very good to see you. That's my dad.
Hi, how are you? Mr. Apparently you're going to help me. Thank you very much.
We've got some exports.
Excellent. I'll take a seat.
Yours is very special. Nice.
Mr. Booty. Oh, yeah. Please.
We're
We're just in there. Just
we were just getting our windows from Dad. And now quickly, yes.
we have with us Honorable Premier of Western Australia, Roger Cook, with us, and Dr. Tony Booty, Minister, and Terry Healy, MLA, and Jazz Mabarki and Stephen Pratt, MLA, with us. We are very, very honored and privileged and lucky, I can say that. And these ministers, I don't know, they look so beautiful with the towel. And I think most of them, they're married for chance, right?
Thank you very much, everyone, for the honour, doing me the honour of allowing me to be with you this evening. We are on the lands of the Whadjuk people, the traditional owners of this country, and we acknowledge their elders, past and present. And I'm very happy to be with you this evening to reassure you of my government's support during these difficult times. The Sikh community is such an important and well-established and highly respected part of the Western Australian multicultural society. And I'm joined by the Multicultural Minister, the Honourable Tony Booty, who is joining me this evening. Also this evening, I'm joined by Yasmin Barakai, the member for the candidate for Oakford and Parliamentary Secretary. Also Terry Healy, the member for Southern River, and the Honourable Stephen Pratt, LLC, local member for this region and our representative in the forthcoming election in the area of Jandakot. And we come here today in solidarity and support of the Sikh community. It is such with the desecration of the Sikh sacred book outside the temple here today, here outside the temple here recently. Such coward acts of hatred have no place in my society, in Western Australian society, and my government condemns these acts in the strongest possible terms. We all have a right to live a peaceful life in Western Australia, a life which is respectful of people's cultural backgrounds, their race, their religion, and that they should be able to practice all forms of their culture consistent with that. I'm very pleased that that government agencies and WA Police have acted so swiftly in identifying and arresting the culprit who's responsible for this heinous act. A heinous act of disrespect, mutual respect for all. Racism in any form is a blight on our society, and it is everybody's duty to stand against it, to speak out, and to act in ways that promote inclusivity and respect. My government is committed to maintaining an environment where everyone feels welcome, everyone feels valued, and everyone feels respected, so that we can continue to work in a harmonious and peaceful community. And by doing so, we not only strengthen our Sikh community, but support all communities and create a brighter, safer and more inclusive society for all. So I thank you for coming together to support each other in this difficult time. And once again, I want to assure you that my state government has zero tolerance for such divisive and destructive acts. And we will act swiftly to make sure that we eliminate any forms of this sort of behaviour. We want Western Australia to be a peaceful, happy place to live. It's one of the greatest parts of this country and indeed this earth. And we are so proud of the community that we've created. And we now must do more in these difficult times to assert those values of inclusivity, peace and harmony. So thank you very much for having me tonight. Can I take the opportunity to thank the Sikh Association of WA? And I understand you've recently had an annual general meeting last weekend, and I congratulate all the newly elected management committee and Amarjit in particular, and wish you all the very best for the year ahead. Thank you.
And also, Mr. Roger Premier would like to ask you to come sometime again. Come lunchtime, we got a langar system. Langar system is a free food, you don't charge you anything, because you give us enough grant, I think. And we like to visit our temple.
Are not particularly violent or damaging.
It's a pleasure.
to everyone.
Yes.
So this has hurt the sentiments not in Perth, is globally and Western Australia. So we all six want request you consider if there is a week 77 plus, so maybe a separate law that your government can start working on it to protect the children are treated as a living room.
Well, look, I'll certainly get my minister and the Attorney General to have a look at that to see what is the appropriate response. I'm not familiar with the laws specifically in relation to this act or on under which law he'll be prosecuted, but we will prosecute it to the full extent of that laws, and if we need to strengthen those laws, that is something we're prepared to consider.
Because this is the first incident, so if we give a good like a proper punishment according to the law, so then it will avoid such incidents happening in future.
Yeah, I certainly appreciate that. And look, and this damages us all, doesn't it? I mean, I noticed that there's a protest in Melbourne today.
Yeah.
You know, so they're all talking about that place, Western Australia, and asking themselves, what sort of community is this? Well, we know what sort of community it is. It's a very peaceful one. It's a very tolerant and harmonious one. And this has blighted our community, and we really want to make sure that we stamp it out in the strongest possible terms, not just to right a wrong, but to set an example.
Anti-unification laws in the criminal code that they can be prosecuted under the criminal code if the police determine that it breaches that.
That's good. That's good to hear. Thank you.
He's a lawyer.
So because we trust on the WA police and Australian government, you mentioned that protests happen in eastern state. We don't want to do anything sort of that because your police and your administration is doing what we want during this time. So we have full faith in your government and your WA police.
Thank you, and look, and thank you very much for the community to ensure that we don't inflame things further.
Yes.
I think you've taken a very mature and wise approach in response to this, and we're hoping we can put this behind us. I think this is an isolated incident, but it's one we should take the opportunity to condemn in the strongest possible terms.
Since he didn't do much.
Of Oakford. And can I just also, in this smaller forum, and I think it's appropriate to do so, acknowledge Pravinda Kaur, who's also going to be representing the Labor Party at the next election.
All right.
Thanks for giving her the opportunity. Thanks.
We are very proud of it. You live in my community of Kwinana, and I know, I think Pravinda Singh, he comes here and cooks every weekend, he says, and he's been telling me about it. So I'm going to come back because I'm determined to try.
So what I'm saying is that don't think we didn't ask you.
Yeah.
It's my fault. I said
Is he going to open? Yeah, come on, get one. This guy's
All right, everyone ready?
It's okay, please.